early days of television here, normal program producers had their nights of doing presentation. So you'd be doing a show one day, and then there'd be a night of running the channel. It was also a way to get a free television set and a free subscription to the listener. As a bonus, we had to monitor on nights off from time to time, monitor the programs. A lot of the programs were on film, and film required time to get up to speed. So one always had to get, if there was a live continuity announcer, for example, then probably 4 words before the end of what they were supposed to say, one had to start rolling films. So there wasn't the instant starts. And that was a problem that I found to a degree with particularly sports announcers. When I was doing the odd sports program, they were sort of raving individualists who didn't know anything about television, didn't really want to know about television, they were just interested in their sports. And so consequently rehearsing was an anathema to them. They never used to want to rehearse, and so consequently when they're left sitting on screen with a silly look on their face for 5 seconds, and 5 seconds is a long time to be frozen, I think maybe they have improved these days, perhaps, who knows. Peter, of course, did all the content, because he was the expert, and my task was really to present him as an individual, and also to pull together these various slides, film, maps, chalk drawings on blackboards, and that's into a cohesive and entertaining program. And it was entertaining because I've found that the best talent on television is the enthusiast, who are so immersed in their subject that they can communicate the enthusiasm to the viewers. Town and Around was pre-recorded. We used to regard it as being live, so there were no retakes. That was because I liked the tension of live television. Town and Around, I think, was an invaluable program. I'm now talking nationally, because it brought into the television world a lot of talent that influenced television in subsequent years. Not only the reporters, but the producers and directors who worked on it, and also people working their way up. So it was a very valuable training ground. It supported lots of New Zealand artists, musicians, dancers. It developed the new visual styles. It pushed the barriers as far as the technical capabilities of a variety of people. That was on the industrial level. On the as far as the viewers were concerned, then it was a vehicle designed specifically for the under-20s If it caught other people along the way, all well and good. But that was the sort of target audience. In a sense, Peter was a chameleon, because he could change his coat according to the circumstances. So he was an absolutely competent broadcaster. He could do a funeral, a national event, a pop show, a classical piece, read the news. So at that stage, I hadn't seen all the facets of what Peter could do, but however, of course, it was apparent as soon as I met him that he had certainly the potential. I devised this show that one could once more get back to the warts and all, and it didn't matter if there were halos everywhere, or if people went out of focus, because that was part of this raving rock production. And so we're able to experiment with magic things like chroma key and throw in everything, fill people's faces with patterns, and it was a teaching aid to ourselves in terms of technical production. It was a very straightforward production. David Frost, totally pro. The problem was with the producer who'd been assigned to do it, because he really didn't have a position. There was really nothing for him to do. So he just sort of got in the way. He had a very bad relationship with David Frost, and it happened right at the very start of the thing, when we're doing a walk-through rehearsal before David Frost appeared, to get all our camera angles right and so on and so forth. And this producer said, "Oh, I'll be David." And so he made a mincing type entrance into the thing, stood up, hello, good evening and welcome everybody. And what he didn't realize was that David Frost was standing by the side of the set and overheard the whole performance, and the relationship went down ever since that time. It was very difficult getting the schools on board to do this program. There was a clear-cut difference of opinion. The education department wanted it. Once we got the support of John Graham at Auckland Grammar, then most of the others fell into line. But there were ones who were implacably against it, because they did not like the idea of winners and losers. My career enabled me to meet an incredible amount of people, of ones who became my friends, ones who influenced me in my sort of life's development. I met many well-known people. As I sort of grow more ancient, I very much reflect on the words of a man I got to know when he discovered that he had Alzheimer's disease, and that was Charlton Heston, whose farewell speech I would recommend that every person reads. It's wonderful.